There's over 280 societies at the University of Edinburgh, which is loads, and there's something for everyone to be a part of. So whether this be within your subject area, so for example I do philosophy and I'm in PhilSoc, which is Philosophy Society. We have guest lecturers come in, they do film meetings, they do reading groups, anything to discuss extra material which you might be interested in. You can also do them for wider interest, so anything from sport to drama to singing to choir to Harry Potter Society to tea society if you're interested in tea drinking. There really is something for everyone to get involved in, and I recommend giving anything a go.
What's great with most societies is you don't need to commit to anything massive, and you can show up to their weekly meetings as much or as little as you like. That being said, personally I'm heavily involved in student theatre, and I'm on committee for the Edinburgh University Theatre Company and the Edinburgh Review, and I'm also involved in the Footlights and the Savoy Opera Group. The theatre company runs auditions around 8 times a year, and the Footlights and the Savoy Opera Group audition around twice a year. On the flip side of the coin, I'm also involved with the City of Edinburgh University's Officer Training Corps, which is part of the British Army Reserve, where I get the chance to take part in military skills training as well as learning leadership skills.
This depends on society from society. Usually the answer is no. So if you don't know any German, you can still go to German society events and engage in sort of the cultural aspects of it, and then maybe go to tandem events and learn German. For the vast majority of things, if you're interested and if you have a willingness to learn and engage, you're free to go on along to whatever you want.
Absolutely you can. There is sport for every level basically within every sport, from like Olympian level training competitively in the Bucks leagues to somebody just wanting to try it out for fun at beginners level with no competition. When I did sailing I was in one of the teams, but I was in the reserve team, so I didn't have to go to every event, and they also had beginner sailing and you can try out new things. They have new things to try out, different sports at the beginning of the year and then in January as well, and you can kind of do that any year you're in. So I could go to like give volleyball a try in my 3rd year and I'd still be able to join and do it at a nice level.
I'm part of an intramural football team, which means I play football for the History Society, and we play against different societies every week on a Saturday and train once a week on a Wednesday.
I would say that is one of my favourite things about studying at Edinburgh. I miss the gym so much when I'm not there. Pleasance gym is so like new and clean. They have treadmills where you can kind of get like a video as if you're like running through the mountains. They've got a whole like spinning room for the classes with like lights and music. They've got a whole circuits gym. There's also like a whole rowing gym in another building. They've got a swimming pool, a climbing wall, like everything you can ask for. They have like a full weights room in the basement and everything. Like it's so state of the art, and it really is for any level.
The gym at Pleasance offers discounted memberships for students, and it's been used by the New Zealand All Blacks rugby team, so if it's good enough for them, it's definitely good enough for me. There's also a swimming pool at St Leonard's Land, which offers dedicated members' swimming times.
Peffermill, which has all the pitches, and the meadows, which some societies used to train. They even do some Quidditch there.
So part-time work in Edinburgh is, I find, very easy to find. So we have what's called My Career Hub on the University of Edinburgh intranet. So you're able to go and search opportunities that the Career Service have gathered for you. Now that could be summer opportunities, that could be volunteering, that could be internships, but it could also just be part-time work. So over my time at university I've worked in shops, I've worked in clubs, I've worked in offices, I've worked in box offices, and done a huge variety of different things. Some of that was through My Career Hub, some of it was just through job hunting, as you usually would, indeed, like googling jobs in Edinburgh.
I got my job the first month of university because I knew I had to work to support myself, and I've been childminding for a family for the past 2 years, and it's been great.
My current flatmate works as a waitress in a nearby Italian restaurant. So again, she just went in the shop and handed in her CV, and it was just something nice to have alongside her studies to earn a bit of extra money as well. So yeah, I've got another friend who works in H&M on Princess Street, so it's really easy to find a part-time job if that's the sort of thing you're looking for, and loads of places are hiring students because they know you just want a little bit of extra money.
the Students' Association has an accommodation and catering kind of part to it, so you can be a shop manager at some of the uni shops, or help out at some of the bars in the Students' Association and help run some of the events, or during the Fringe even, the festival. There's also the SRA Student Ambassadors, so that's some of the work that I do, help running open days, help people with their decisions on what university to go to when I find it so difficult myself. And I'm also a student caller who rings up alumni and tries to gain donations for the university towards scholarships, which all feel quite worthwhile and fit in really well with my studies and mean I meet students from all years on all courses all over the university.
One of the great things about working for the university or the Students' Association, or both in my case, is that they understand that they employ a huge number of students whose availability might charitably be described as unorthodox. Because of this, they can be really flexible in allocating shifts to make sure that students are still able to finish their uni work on time.
So I worked in the Student Association in their retail department, which is working in a shop. I'd done that before, so I found it easy to transition to at uni. But at the Students Association, I've also worked in a variety of roles. So I've worked as a Welcome Week coordinator, so I was responsible with my team to coordinate Welcome Week 2017, which means booking the acts, booking the venues, helping all societies run their events, helping welcome almost 10,000 new undergraduate and postgraduate students to Edinburgh. So that was a great opportunity for me and I really enjoyed it.